To make sure that the base of your cabin is solid and level, start by uncovering the plastic wrapping. The assembly instructions will either be inside of the pallet or attached to the side of it. Begin by grouping every piece of timber in the pallet. Each log will be labelled with a sticker, so follow your packing list for quantity and sizing. You will require anchor screws, a rubber hammer, and an electric screwdriver to complete your installation. Start by placing the pressure-treated floor bearers on the ground and screw them into each other for stability. You can also screw them into the base, but this is optional. The instructions will have a floor plan on the bearers' spacing. There should be a gap of 500 millimeters between every bearer. Continue by building up the walls. The wall boards should interlock at the corners. Screw only the first row of logs into the bearers to ensure maximum stability. Use a rubber hammer if necessary to slot the wall boards on top of each other. Do not screw other rows of logs, only the first one. If any of the wall boards are bowed or warped, you can straighten them with special equipment. Use force if you have to slot it into its place, and use an additional screw to support it to the bottom log. When you've finished installing the walls, place the roof gables where indicated. Mount the rafters onto the roof gables. Each gable will have a slot cut out to accommodate the rafter. Again, a rubber hammer will help you with this task. Fix the roof boards with nails. Use 2 nails in each spot where it meets the rafter. Make sure that the ends of the roof boards are absolutely parallel on both sides of the cabin. Screw the roof plank borders on the sides of your cabin directly to the roof board edges, followed by mounting the wind boards. Screw them on top of each other and attach them to the roof gables. It is normal for the internal vault to sag up to 20 to 30 millimeters. Finally, evenly place the support trims on the window and door frames and screw them into position. Insert the doors and windows into the openings. From the inside, attach the support trims, making sure you screw them into the frame and not into the actual wall. The space between the door and upper wall boards will disappear after a few weeks, as the timber will naturally contract. This is acceptable for all wooden garage doors, personal access doors, as well as windows. Sometimes you will have to rehinge the doors if they start to sag. Do this by adjusting the hinges correctly. The floor should be installed last. Place the floorboards on the bearers and screw them in at an angle. This way your floor will be screw-free. Attach and screw the skirting onto the floorboards as shown. Install the storm braces. Screw one side to the bottom log of your cabin and the other side to the bottom log of your roof gable. Make sure the notch is loose. Installing the shingles. Remove the protective wrapping and begin by installing the first row of shingles along the roof edge. Make sure the shingles overlap around 40 millimeters over the edge. Even though the shingles are self-adhesive, we also recommend nailing them with clout nails. Cut the excess shingles and proceed by layering the following layer. Check the overlap. The second layer should not extend over the first sheet. Continue installing the shingles. Make sure the shingles form a perfect hexagon and that the black strip is clearly visible. Follow the procedure until you reach the ridge. The ridge shingles should be cut out of the existing ones as shown.